In today's video, I'm going to talk about why Weight Watchers doesn't work and why you shouldn't do it. What's up, guys? It's Anthony from AB Fitness Center, where we help you to lose body fat, gain muscle, and get stronger. Guys, today I really want to talk about Weight Watchers because a lot of our clients have previously done Weight Watchers and it's been around for a very, very long time. I didn't do my research exactly to tell you how long it's been around, but Weight Watchers has been around forever and so many people do it. So I want to talk about today why it doesn't work. Guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button. This way you never miss a beat and you get real fitness information right away without the fluff. And if you have any questions, make sure you follow me on Instagram at AB Fitness and I'll answer your question. Just send me a message and I'll answer it on a video. So let's talk about it. So Weight Watchers is basically a point-based eating system. So Weight Watchers basically, and this is, you could pull this up right on their site, it basically says that Weight Watchers, their point system is better than just counting calories, and not all calories are the same. And that couldn't be any further from the truth. If you want to lose body fat, you need to create a calorie deficit. Calories in, calories out. Very, very simple. But Weight Watchers want you to believe that their point system is a lot better, and I'm going to show you why it's not in a few minutes. So while I will agree that Weight Watchers is not ideal, it is a lot better than some of the other things out there. So we'll start with a little bit of positive, right? It does teach you that certain foods are higher in calories and they're more in points than others, and that's fine. And I kind of even didn't really understand Weight Watchers until I really looked into it for this video, because I thought that Weight Watchers basically said, okay, if an item is this many calories, it has this many points. So I thought basically people were counting calories, but it wasn't until I really dug into it a little bit more when I really realized that it's not that at all. It's actually completely different, and I'm gonna show you why in a minute. So basically, the breakdown of the food is basically what makes the point. So the protein, the carbs, the fats, okay, which is fine. But if something is higher in protein, it lowers the points. They're basically trying to get you to eat more protein. So they're basically giving you points based on, this is how they come up with the point system, right? So certain people get a certain amount of points, and they basically come up with that point system by height to weight ratio. So basically, anyone who is 5'4" and 170 pounds gets the same amount of points regardless of other factors, regardless of if they dieted before, regardless is if they exercise, don't exercise, are active, not active. It's just a standard blanket. Okay, you're 5'4" and 170 pounds, this is how many points you get. Okay, so again, it's a baseline. Most of these, big generic things and diets and fads and all this other stuff is just generic. It's just what it is because they serve so many people. It's impossible for them to customize everything to that individual. One of the other upsides of Weight Watchers is it's really cheap. I think it's like $5 or $20 a month, something like that. And I'm not really sure. Again, I didn't really do my research on Weight Watchers too much because that's not my business. I really don't care about Weight Watchers, but I wanted to give you guys as much information about the actual diet and if it actually works, more so than the structure of their business. But I think that it's relatively cheap. I think you get some type of accountability with it too. Again, I'm not 100% sure with that. But I want to know from you guys, have you ever tried Weight Watchers and what was your experience? Comment in the comments below and let me know if it worked for you, if it didn't work for you, and just your experience about it. I'm really just curious how many people out there have actually done Weight Watchers. Like I said, they've been around for so long and I've heard so many people try Weight Watchers. So I want to just be first and foremost, like I said, I think Weight Watchers is better than most of the other things out there, but I feel like Weight Watchers is trying to trick you into thinking that certain foods are actually better than others. And that's totally wrong. No foods are better than others. Your body doesn't see foods, it just sees amounts. It just sees protein, carbs, fats, vitamins, minerals, calories. It doesn't see what you eat, it just sees the amount. So if you have a donut right now, your body's not going to say, oh my God, Anthony had a donut, or you had a donut. Let's put it in the love handles. Let's store it in the love handles. It doesn't work like that. Your body just sees those things. And again, you don't lose weight in one day, you lose it over weeks and months. So it's more so about how many calories you consume over every day and over the course of the week that's actually going to determine if you're going to actually lose body fat. So Weight Watchers on their site, they literally have this list that I was on there before, and this is what totally blew my mind and why I think this is really stupid. So basically they have 3 different foods on there, they list of the different points. And basically what they're saying is all the foods are, so the picture, I wish I could pull it up and show you guys. But anyway, it's a picture of granola and yogurt, and it's saying that that's 2 points. It's a picture of an egg white omelet, basically a sandwich, and that's 4 points. And then it has 1 donut, and that's 10 points. So the picture says that all 3 foods are the same calories, but they're all different points. Okay, so logically, let's use our brains for a second. So they're all the same calories, 230 calories, but they're different points. Why are they different points? Right? So apparently because the protein in it lowers the points. You know, the donut has more carbs and sugar and fat in it, so it's higher points. But they're all the same calories. So let me get this straight, Weight Watchers. So if I have a certain amount of points to eat every day, and I'm hungry, I can basically take that yogurt meal because that's the lower in points one. Obviously, you would choose that one because it's 2 points. So if I was hungry, I said, okay, this is only 2 points, this yogurt and granola meal. I'm going to have 3 of them. I'm hungry. I don't, whatever. So you have 6 points. Whereas if you would have had just 1 donut and that would have satisfied you, right? Maybe that would have cut the sweet tooth out or whatever. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's just they're the same calories. What's the difference? Now I just had 600 calories versus the 200 that I would have had if I just would have had 1 donut. And then you're also telling people to believe that the yogurt and granola is better for you. While it is, obviously you should be eating more of those things. But the point is that you can eat unlimited amounts of healthy food and still gain weight and not lose a pound. I've seen people do this all the time, and I'm sure you know someone who goes to the gym pretty regularly, is very active, and looks like crap. Why? Because they don't follow it up with good nutrition. So that's just one thing that they have on their website that just totally blows my mind. And again, it's almost like teaching you this food is better than this, so you need to eat more of this. And it's like demonizing certain foods. And it's like, look, I agree you shouldn't be eating donuts all day. But a more realistic approach to this is not to cut anything out. Realistically, I can tell you all you want, and I know that you really want results because you're listening to this video, and if you're listening to this on a podcast or whatever, but if you're listening to this, I know that you want results. So if I told you, okay, no donuts ever, you could probably do that for an extended period of time. But then it'll come that one day where maybe you're at a party and there's that donut there and it just looks amazing and it got all this stuff on it, and maybe it's got cereal on it or bacon things or whatever. I actually had a bacon donut. It was really, really good. But anyway, it doesn't sound good, but it's really good. Anyway, it's there and you're like, you know what? Screw it. And you have one, right? Now, are you going to automatically, what's going to happen? You're going to feel guilty that you ate it. And it's just going to throw you off. You're like, oh, I messed up my diet today. I'm a failure. You're demonizing certain foods. Whereas if you practice what I preach, which is flexible dieting and focusing on protein, carbs, fats, calories, you fit that donut in and it doesn't affect you. It's just a food. It's just a certain amount of carbs and calories and fats. And that's it. And you fit it in. Okay? So basically, what Weight Watchers is saying is that these point system and this point structure is much more easier to follow. Well, to me, it seems a lot more confusing because of these points. I don't understand these points. Why can't I just, if I want the donut, okay, it takes up 10 of my points, but it's the same amount of calories as everything else. Tracking macros and flexible dieting is takes probably the same exact time as counting points. Okay, so that doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, let's move on. Weight Watchers also has certain foods on their diet that is considered 0 points. Okay? So 0 point foods are typically leaner proteins like chicken breast, fish, certain fruits, vegetables like an apple, beans, corn. Those things are considered 0 points on Weight Watchers. Okay? So let me get this straight. And again, I'm not trying to say that you should, this is why I like Weight Watchers, because they're telling people basically, look, eat these leaner foods and you won't basically gain any weight, which is a lie, but it's better for you to be eating that, and you should be, right? We all know what we should and shouldn't be eating. But the simple fact of the matter is, if I was on Weight Watchers, and I've done this before I knew anything about fitness and I was just trying to get in shape, I thought if I just ate chicken breast and vegetables all day long, I would gain tons and tons of muscle. And what happened? Nothing. In fact, I probably got a little bit fatter because all I did was just eat a ton of calories and not even realize it. And then I would get frustrated, I would binge, and I would eat a whole bag of chips. So basically what they're saying with these 0-point foods is that you can have unlimited amounts of them. Yogurt's another one. So let me get this straight, Weight Watchers. Let's say I don't know anything about points. If I had 30 points in a day, okay, and I was hungry that day, I ate all these 0-point foods, and I ate 30 points in junk food, I probably have like 6,000 calories every day. Realistically, right? So if I had chicken, beans, whatever, that easily apples. So in one apple is 25 grams of carbohydrates and 0 fat, 0 protein, and 1 gram of protein, whatever. But about 25 grams of carbs. And it's very easy to eat 2 apples. That's 50 carbs. That's almost the same amount of calories as the donut that was 10 points. So it doesn't make any sense. This is why people who go on Weight Watchers, maybe they lose a little bit of weight initially, but it's only because they were consuming a lot more calories before they started Weight Watchers. And then they started Weight Watchers and they started losing weight because they were eating differently, which is good. Like I said, that's the goal. But is it sustainable? It doesn't make any sense. I'd rather have you track the calories, track the protein, track the carbs, track the fats, and then fit those things in that you want. If you want an apple, okay. But nothing is free. It's not like Weight Watchers says, okay, look, a bag of spinach is 0 points. And I get that because a bag of spinach is probably like 30 calories. So all right, that's 0 points. But an apple, corn, a cup of corn is like 25 grams of carbs. It doesn't make any sense. Like I said, if you literally took all these 0-point foods and made a meal plan with it, your calories would be through the roof and you wouldn't even know it, and you'd be frustrated and not understanding why you're not losing any weight. So, will Weight Watchers work for some people? Yes. Is it optimal in the long run? No. Is it better than other diets out there? Definitely. But do I think when it comes to changing your body permanently and really, really changing the way your body looks, the shape of your body, and all that, I think that flexible dieting is definitely going to get you there because you understand the principles of nutrition that way. That's, your body doesn't demonize foods. It doesn't work like that, guys. It doesn't. So you really need to be focusing on those things: protein, carbs, fats. Focusing on that, amount of calories in. You want to lose weight, you got to eat less calories. You want to gain weight, you want to gain muscle, you add more calories to it. It's that simple, okay? Remember, guys, please remember, there's no such thing as, just because something's quote unquote healthy for you, it doesn't mean it's 0 calories. Please, if that's the one takeaway you get from this, please just understand that there's nothing is free when it comes to nutrition. Your body utilizes everything that you put in your mouth. All right, so if you like this, make sure you watch this video because this one's going to help you also. This one's a really, really good one as well. And again, I'm going to also drop down in the comments below, I'm going to drop the blueprint to how we had a client successfully lose 60 pounds and keep it off. All right, so it's a step-by-step blueprint that you can follow, that you could do the same thing to get in better shape. So click that there, and there's also a link to my community, my Facebook community. It's a private group. It's really a lot of fun there. A lot of engaging stuff goes on there, so make sure you join there, and I'll catch you guys on